fine, fine, so big fool. Big man put entire, so big fool. Look at with him we get lipstick, so big fool. This nation don't turn, so big fool. BSc, MSc, PhD, then so big fool. The one they will lamb in this country, so big fool. And then same one they spoil this country, so big fool. Big English, big jargon, so big fool. See them in our parliament, so big fool. See them in our law court, so big fool. See them full up now in state house, so big fool. See them chairman, director, so big fool. Party supporters, so big fool. We party supporters, so big fool. We safe with this so far, so big fool. They want ya say now they want them. They want this say now they want ya. Now this with the pan, so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. So pull the tribal lens come out, penny and no. Put the regional lens come out, penny and no. Pull party lens come out, penny and no. And when national lens, so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool, now so big fool, and so big fool. This nation no longer act together as one. We common interest don't talk about and cronies of corruption. Every day we holler corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a Bademba road. For the one waiting 100, then say bring 20. 80 left now you hand. We make 'em papi show. Salon, so big fool. So big fool. Who is fooling who? So big fool. Now who are the fool who that? So big fool. The thing way piss me off, but all the wahala way with the face. Na salon. So grumble, so hardship, economic downtrodden, unemployment look and park, subhuman bondage, and not until they begin. No, don't get me wrong. You get what I say? Not until they begin. No, don't get me wrong, because this country, if you talk through, then go give and color. Jesus, then go put me outside and not belong. So big fool. Lose your face. So big fool. You see, the two are the two, I make you tight your face. Look at man, then I made the gumbo pan big fool. So big fool. We wait and thief, we wait and rob. All the money wait and thief, them put na overseas account for the open factory na this nation for his employment. For the open factory na this nation for help the youth, for give innovative ideas, for bring creative knowledge. For see waiting the left the week. Big fool. And the thing we painful pan all this, my brother. Hey, salute. Now we wait they suffer, now we they protect them. We they cage thief man them na this country. Hey, now we sympathy supporters, they come up for protect them. We dey change the narrative. We take and make tribal business. We change the narrative. We take and make regional politics. We change the narrative. We turn on party politics. So but you forget for no say you picking the future today. Now you compromise. And you forget for no say we tomorrow bamba. Now we compromise. Then wealth and then picking them they overseas. Why make? Then why are so go lead we? They're not able build better hospital for we. They're not able build better universities. They're not able build better factories. So we young one then don't collect, then go get work for do. We not go get brain drain. We know they get brain drain. See we young doctors. Now them back na Ghana so. See we young doctors. Now then they oversee. See we young teachers. Now then so they Gambia. See we young brain them. Now then so they now the diaspora. Wait tempuron. See how we sister then they suffer na Lebanon. See how we brother then they suffer na Libya. Some man die na sea. Which kind leader the way we get? But now we same one where they support them. Now we they don't jump that gate. Where we meet party supporters. Now we they fed we self. Good neighbor see. They know they talk. Good pambo see. They know they talk. Hey, salute. See ya, hey, look with him wig and lipstick. See him with him coat and ties. See better. This country is all these things party supporters are so excuse me, big fool.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of a program we call Correct Right on we are on YouTube and on Facebook. So we discuss issue them with the front page of the different newspaper and they pull a door for the morning, and after we bring people and we they can help you for let we actually discuss the different issue them we don't read the newspaper then pull a door for this morning. So first, we look at waiting day inside the different newspaper them inside the program this morning. And first, we look at the AYV News. The AYV News, now the first paper inside the program this morning, and it get this big story. We say congratulations as AYV takes more at Sludge Media Award 2023. Ambassador Anthony Navo congratulate winners. You get Fabian Swill, we na TV presenter of the year, Mama Jalo, DJ Bass, we na Sludge presidential award, and you as well get Amadou Lamranaba, journalist of the year, media personality of the year. Okay, and all of the issues, the story and this with inside the AYV News. And the Nature newspaper say NDMA unveils National Flood Mitigation Strategy. Minister of Planning advocate for equitable access to climate enhancing and financing. And then you get Sierra Leone attend UK Environment Assembly and plenty other story there for you inside this edition. The next one, the Premier News, we see WAEC intensifies sensitization for 2024 examination. RSCSL George Hall plenary meeting, and at court martial, the defense counsel claims that his client was given urine to drink, and Sierra Leone is on a moving train to industrialization, Chief Minister. The next one, now the AZ newspaper, we see registration portal close. Over 30,000 candidates may not enter for WASC, and our plan was to arrest President Bio and exile him to Guinea, reveals treason trial second accused person. And you as well get Sierra Leone Maritime host inaugural workshop on maritime domain and blue economy. The next paper, now the Africa 24, we say dismantle and restructure. SLBC, 16,243 bags of fertilizer disappearance. AJ report says, and over plans for a 4-motor lane. Government and CRSG rebooked. The next one on the Forum newspaper, exposing public sector corruption. MDA's frown at audit service forum. Youth trapped in the ocean of Kush. Bio expects hope for agricultural collaboration and a call on national health emergency on Kush. Night Watch newspaper. Will Ernest appear in court tomorrow? As special court judges meet in Freetown, Justice Lusik elected special court president. The Watch newspaper say MPs commence hearing on the money laundering bill. Bathurst community presents a letter of protest to Minister of Western Region. And Statistics Sierra Leone commences training of field staff on first ever informal cross-border trade survey. And plenty other story for you inside this edition of the Watch newspaper. Voice of Salone. Will Ernest Koroma's treason trial resume? You as well get celebrating 25th anniversary. Mikel Commercial Bank hosts colorful marketing parade at Bo City. Salone to boost bauxite export with new CTC port construction project. And withdraw First Lady initiation to deliver public lecture at Harvard Law School. Go to the next one. Okay, I think not all of the people in this way we get inside the program. Okay, the Provincial Times newspaper say resident minister call for unity and for sexing the University Act. Shadi calls out government, and as well you get ranch owner found dead in Kabbalah. The next one we get now the News Times Daily. It's addressing Warwick African Summit in 2024. First Lady Fatima Bio reignite sustainable development effort, and Chief Minister held commencement of Sierra Leone's industrial revolution. And other story then for you inside this edition of the News Times Daily. And the next one, now the New Age newspaper, we say under fire cell watch, trust in police reduces. And celebrating 25th anniversary, RCB sensitizes customers on their digital products and benefits in Bo City. Plumber, bike rider face drug trial. And then we get the next one, under the modern series. ASA calls for immediate resolution of impasse between University of Sierra Leone and the Ministry of Tertiary and Higher Education. A Wages Commission solicits support from state institutions, and Chadi ICJR capacitates senior correctional service officers. The next one, now the Daybreak newspaper, we see over toll gate increment, Kenima blast President Bio. For shelving proposed toll gate increase, citizen acclaimed Speaker of Parliament. And you as well get illegal sales of right of way. Bathurst community presents letter of protest to resident Minister West. The next one we get, that is Salon Times newspaper, as NSA outline development plan, 5 multipurpose stadiums to be constructed. Women should be given same rights as men in governance. Director Kone. And OTT SLRCS kick off 5 days gender resilience against disaster trading. China Jiangsu Sierra Leone Cooperation Conference is a success story. The next one inside the program, now the Expo Time, when the last paper inside the program this morning, Financial Secretary challenges local council to meet home source revenue target for 2024. When all the people in this, where we get inside the program this morning, we actually go straight and begin for talk to we guest them, where we already don't get inside the program this morning. So we get the first guest we actually appear on the Zoom this morning. Now Oswald and CS the Guru. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Thank you, my son. If I'm on Akusho.
And the next the next one we get inside the program this morning. Now Mahmoud Team Kagbo. Good morning and welcome to the program.
Good morning, sir. Daddy, good morning to you, and good morning, listeners and viewers.
All right, so these are the 2 people that we actually get inside the program this morning, and we go straight and begin look at the issues there. But let's ask you now this question. I see this thing, I don't know if you understand. But okay, Oswald, your own story no go lost na made, but this one go lost. It actually not carry in the paper. I see this piece where the Sludge Award. Mahmoud, I will start with you right off. The Sludge Award. One of the presenter them we from AYV actually we win the television presenter of the year, Fabian Swill. They actually challenge Sludge on why they invite the local commercial bank managing director for present award, taking into consideration the kind case the way they overhead we now not clear yet. And we see a lot of people in the bash at the presenter for that particular challenge, we challenge large. And taking into consideration gender issues, them, alleged sexual harassment, and incest in a woman. What do you take on that?
I think Fabian is right in our own way. What you would do for to ever do now, Sierra Leone, is to hold people responsible when it is necessary. Mm-hmm. Fabian not say the local commercial bank manager is guilty or not guilty, but the fact that he gets short charges where they hang over his head, it is about fitting for make a distance, and especially a reputable organization like Sludge, where a BC then for come in and arbitrate or make sure they report the news as it is, not for just take that person and then put them before and start to present awards. It's like something fish is going on. Fabian being very intelligent, and I think she's right in her own way. That since there are these charges are in the head of this guy, why can't we just forget about him? Even if he is assisting members of the media, or he's a friend of the media and he's assisting or doing all type of things. But in as much as we are asked to hold people accountable, our report stories as they are. For the meantime, since it gets short, very tough allegations against them, what they don't do is for put them aside. So like those bashing at Phoebe, I can understand. You get people who can survive through that. They must be a very good friend to the local commercial bank manager.
And
but these are friends.
Mahmoud, and I'm pretty sure you watch him. Like, you actually don't talk him already. Say, this man, maybe he get friends them to the media. And, we see, like, every other day, apart from the fact that he do something when at the cyber security symposium, where, yes, that's a news word or something. But, like, every other day, then a newspaper, and other things, them way actually they come. Like, it is spend a lot of money on the media for promote himself as well. And as well, some people will say they do well, yes, I agree, but as well they spend a lot of money, and not only personal money.
no, well, we not going able to ascertain whether na impersonal money or not.
Because
But
they get
important,
quota from media, na the bank. The same thing goes to the Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, this BNTM. We see Usai, like all the paper them for the past 2 weeks, they carry in story, now the most unique managing director, now the this, now the that, the most, all of this, and then get now the Mahmoud, that no way, no the way can say media money, no day for that to in the bank. Now the banking money.
no, it has to go like that. That's how journalists will survive in a country like Sierra Leone also. That you need to understand. Doing short-term publicity stunt, as long as it falls within the journalism ethics, it's not a problem. Even if you have the banking money. If the bank gets money for do short promotions or short PR stuff on behalf of the bank, that's not a crime because that has been assigned for that specific purpose. But the issue here is if you have to do it as a journalist, you must do it in a very clear and clean way. You make sure say they do them professionally. When nobody
maybe you miss me points here. I know they blame the journalists for waiting in the do. Because na promo, yes, they get for do, but waiting at they look at, yeah. Now where you do promotion now for market the bank and some of the things and where the bank gets where the public need for make use of, yeah. But for you as the MD, for the use the bank in promo money for the promote your own personal self, now that's not my question where they ask about. And we see the story them, not just personal promotion.
Well, he is the MD, like if the bank go fall or the bank failed for meet up to standards, he's going to carry the blame. And if the bank is living up to expectations as well, he will be the person that will get the praises. That is why it is good for making now the responsibility rests on him as a leader for make sure say that particular praise is synced to each and every staff. He doesn't need to take the responsibility alone. Like he will come and then make sure say they get a very cordial relationship with his staff, and then it's time for praise them and see how he will get them in order to be efficient for deliver their own goal. So that is the reason.
Okay.
But I don't think it is wrong for making them put that. Yeah. I don't think it is wrong for letting them put that. Just like we get president. Mm-hmm. We get president who don't say there are a lot of people around our way maybe have leadership qualities more than the president. Well, he's there. So whatever thing where you do now your own corner, that will fall under the praises of the president. Say now in the government, that is the head of the government.
Mahmoud, I left the angle where you come out from. So, and I just note that because we not going to left this discussion, we not talk about time. Yeah, image, image of MD, and then the image of president as well. We not going to left here, we not talk about time. Image laundry. But first, that holiday, the guru, I'm not going to go inside that discussion there at all. But I will carry go into one discussion where now you actually raised that one day up. We see plenty dirty towards the office of the sorry, not to the office, the state lodge now Hill Station, and you do a video where they try for showy how the road leading to the presidential lodge look filthy. Why you do that?
Because I want to bring to the attention of everybody, not only the Freetown City Council, but the SLPP is a party, every Sierra Leonean. It is nauseous, disgraceful. You know, I did discuss this now on social media forum. Me live now Liberia, Nigeria, then I don't go Ivory Coast and Ghana. I don't go, first from living there, I don't go to Nigeria twice, 2007 for 6 months, 2018 for 7 months. Now, when you go now, even Lagos, the administrative side of Lagos State, then they sweep the place 2 times per day. You know, you see one dot in the ground. And obviously, when you go Abuja, you know, you see no dot. Also, the ground clean. When I go Ivory Coast, Abidjan, 1990, while on our way come under the war in Liberia, you did see the place clean, like say you go Ledonde. The same thing when I go Dakar 2005. Then I don't see video them of Kigali around there, Kampala, Uganda. The place clean, not dirty, the synagogue. But Ebo, what's wrong with me? Look, I don't show photographs them around State House. When you come out down State House, they can't down cotton tree. On your left-hand side, I think that Telecommons Garden, where they adjacent to the Central Law Court, the headquarters of the judiciary, they don't get a whole slum. Dirty, even the poo day, the smell day, right under the foot of State House. When you go beyond State House, outside the Bank of Sierra Leone building day, also to Victoria Park area, that's all the place dirty, filthy. Look, that then in the day, it reflects on the collective psyche of Sierra Leoneans. It's unacceptable. Now then small, and then state itself in Nigeria, like Enugu State, like Cross River State, them headquarters, they see no dirty around the administrative buildings, them. No dirty whatsoever. Oh, I would sit down near presidential lodge, dirty day. Almost opposite that area day. Now the residence of the British High Commission is. Now almost opposite in that area, there are things not common of them big centers then they. Why? What do you do? Man, they know they see them? You know they feel revolt, you know they get shame for your country. So they make a poster. What are the first then this so I don't post them kind for to them several times. Do ya? Una go beg the president, una go beg the SLPP, una beg the Freetown City Council. Say that is unacceptable. Somebody should be punished for that.
Okay, yes. I just make people see the video where you actually don't post, and I think that's a very good one that one day. Thank you very much. And myself, when I see that one day, I say, okay, Freetown City Council, what are you doing? And apart from that, the presidential lodge, they get people as well really clean. What they do because then they pay them for that. And apart from that, they see them. And most of these not in the way people in the past it way, or some of them bodyguards themselves where they can just kind of do socks, water, and throw them. So then they see them like every other day they see them things there. So I think they're a very good one. Thank you very much. Myself, I appreciate that particular short video. It's short, but it gets power. Thank you very much. Well, it will get power only if they actually take action. Thank you. So we move now, and I will reverse again, small bit. Mahmoud, you begin talk about something. This time around, can you go back to what we begin talk? The question where they ask you, now, the MDs them from the different banks them, including ministers them, instead of doing the work where they for do, them particularly pay attention on, for then they do media publication for clean the images them. And for let them make the images them bright. And you in fact, you elevate the discussion for me. You say, in the country like Sierra Leone, the president then they take responsibility for something, and then they make sure say it sink down to the other people. Them, you very much correct. Oswald answers one time in the where we begin discuss this issue, and you say, if not so it be, then the need for explain what exactly happened. What did they try for say? There was a time where this Amadou Lamanaba, where of course congratulations to Amadou Lamanaba, now in the media personality of the year, and 2 or 3 days ago I'd actually picked them that out and say, yes, this man, the kind way how they pitch story the right now, it's like now the celebrity this right now, and indeed he win the award as the media personality of the year. I think he a well-deserved award one day. So Oswald, what did I try for say? There was a time before the election where we sit down and talk. We talk about this person where the State House hire for being security advisor to the president. And later, we see say they actually spend some amount of money and they talk about lobbying for, and I think the discussion may stop first, lobbying for the MCC and other things. He said, no, if that's the, how then go spend that kind of money for lobby? I hope you remember that kind of discussion that we get the last time.
Well, me I've been the Secretary General of the Freedom of Information Coalition between 2005 and 2007. At the same time when today's Dr. Emmanuel Sakfa Abdullahi, a famous lawyer, civil society activist, I've been the chairman. We fought very hard for making sure we get a freedom of information law. Dr. Abdullahi named even write the bill will present to Parliament.
Yes.
I think it was 2009 when the APC majority in our Parliament
And I mean the
make
first project that one day where it take up the time where it return back to Sierra Leone. First big project.
who's that?
Abdullahi. After where he go study
No,
na I think UK or so when he
No,
come back.
no,
no.
no.
That time he was a student at the University of Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
He was very precocious. He started doing things. He started his NGO, Society for the Democratic Initiatives, when he was about 21, and he was a student. So he was a student.
Yeah.
I was working in NRA at that time as Assistant Commissioner for Public Affairs. In
Yeah.
fact, what happened was the Sludge was affronted that he showed leadership, and they said, "No, this is not for you." And so I had to stand by him until finally he was endorsed as the chairman of the Freedom of Information Coalition. Well, the law was made by the APC majority in parliament. That law states that all government MDAs, I'm not aware of any exception, except it falls under national security. They must regularly publish what they intend to do, what they are doing, and what they have done. I think almost every 6 months or so, all government ministries, departments, and agencies. And that is also in the 2004 Local Government Act for local government councils. They must publish what it is they're doing,
Okay.
all the figures.
So
Now,
let come inside quickly. I don't know if not that you the try for answer, but the customer asked. Now there
yes.
was a time where we did sit down also in discourse, yeah, and this issue of the government where they pay a lobbyist come up for lobby for the MCC corporate and other things them, and then the last time we began that discussion, they say no. You know, actually get down there. If that's what it be, the government no need for waste a lot of money for let the lobby and clean the image. Now that's what they basically ask you.
Well, my preamble was leading to an answer to your
Okay,
question.
so yes, go ahead.
The issue is that the journalists, the civil society activists, they must be made more aware that that law exists.
Okay.
You have the powers as a citizen for demand from State House how they are using our money, the taxpayers' money. So if you come and bring up into the public domain something which could just be rumor, it's difficult for me to make a comment on. But generally, all governments, even the most powerful governments in the world, the United States, even the country with one of the most powerful militaries in the world, the state of Israel, they have lobbies that lobby other governments, that all lobby institutions. So it's a normal things for governments to do. You need lobbyists. But this will not be done in secret if it is not under the purview of national security. But another point on that, all that when the president said several times, I travel frequently in order to launder the mismatch image of government, the bad image of the APC government under Ernest Koroma. I did not buy that. I do not buy that. What you need to do is to up your governance style. To in a country which has been notorious for corruption, is to significantly work with the government agency responsible to stamp out corruption, to wipe out corruption.
Okay, so
Is to make your
bring this
people.
other Sam question to you again. Now, when we been in the talk, Mahmoud say like the MDs them from the different banks where they make mention of just now, then actually they clean the image and they get for make sure say they sync that to the staff them, the other departments them. So now you just the talk say you not buy the idea for say the government they go clean the image of the country outside. But what we don't can discover this BNTM again from this same journalist way now the media personality of the year Amadou Lamranaba. Now that the government, the person where they be actually say na security advisor, now they don't notice say the IRM for let it go actually clean the image of the president. What in the time for say the time where it been day, na the United States of America, whatever case it be don't get, na the United States will be making, or they go America before he become president. For let them make sure say they walk into an alien file and clean some of the things that way don't make then prevent them not for go na the United States. And that it cost the country plenty money. This not the president, we know before do that. Allegedly know before do that before he become president, but now they do am when in the president. And at the country money, and at this same question, I be they put to Mahmoud say most of their MDs there so now the banks the money then they use for clean their own personal image in the media. What do you take on that?
Image laundering is the norm among almost all governments, even in the most powerful ones in the world. You have to go out and sell yourself to make yourself look good in the international arena, or else you're doomed. You can be the most powerful country in the world, but you can lose out enormously. What they always say is that even when there is a physical war going on, the public relations, or propaganda, if you like, has to go in tandem with the military trust. It's normal. But I can hardly comment on the alleged recruitment or contracting of a foreign image launderer when I don't have the facts.
Okay,
it's
so
all just rumor.
Point there, and come with Mahmoud inside. Yeah. Mahmoud, you follow that thing there. You get any idea of that?
Well, basically, just like within Mr. Anson's talk, it's something that's already considered normal in governance. The issue of image laundering, not to just Sierra Leone. Some can do them quietly, some can do them, to a point that people can take notice. But the issue is, when you fail to communicate with your people, sometimes they deem it as a crime, which is not the case. There are things you go communicate. If they are bothered around security matters, then you go communicate. But the issue of getting a powerful or an international person, we get that respect outside there, where you go use in terms of cleaning your image, the issue of corruption, or the times of even in the area of even soliciting funds from international partners. You need this type of people, and that is why they are paid. But the issue is you have to be transparent and accountable to the people of your country if you are doing it. But this too much secrecy in governance, sometimes they create some of this doubt. And you are governing people. They need to know. Where there is doubt or there is an existing doubt, you need to come out and tell the people that I did this because of X, Y, Z. Just like when Pansels they talk, so talking about
okay. Yeah,
is that right?
Just like when it makes sense. That's the same thing. It doesn't like when they say the president is moving out for clean the image of the country. To me, it doesn't make sense, and I continue to say it. That is why I say if he is successful in what he claimed to be doing, why make we not see them big company that can inside Sierra Leone and can begin invest one thing? We should have seen the likes of Apple, Tesla, and others for can invest if he's successful in cleaning the image. But that is not the case. What you need to do is, as a president, you hold the institution responsible. Make sure, say, you drive them towards your goal. And then you get the people that we go do internationally for clean the image. That is what we refer to as democratic way of governing people in a collaborative manner. Okay. But you cannot champion things that you cannot do.
Look at this thing, Mahmoud. Look at what in this paper say briefly before I come to Oswald for comment on this. This paper, we now the forum this paper say Bio expect hope for agricultural collaboration between China and Sierra Leone. Yeah, now expect hope. There was a time when they do this world this symposium or what's now this trade something na Dubai, where the president may address Sierra Leone and he tell Sierra Leoneans them na Dubai, and we always watch them say within the shortest possible time before the election, then go don't establish one, then go open big farm outside, then go to do rice and production and other things then. But actually talk so now, election don't pass now close to 8 months or so. We not hear anything. Now we don't go get another hope from China for can collaborate on agriculture. How then things has to materialize? Or waiting at the problem we make the president they tell we outrightly say this year I don't sign, I don't agree that they come, but we need to see them.
Yeah, it's the issue border around the monitoring and evaluation as well. Like the president can go and win whatever contract or sign whatever contract with whatever organization outside there. If the monitoring and evaluation team is not effective to ensure that what has been signed is put into effect, nothing they can be any way better. And that is the problem we are getting in Sierra. We don't get people we go monitor in governance, we go monitor and ensure say XYZ contract where the president signed for make sure say this particular contract reach or we realize in goal. There has been so many launchings and so many contracts signed.
Waiting the ambassadors them, waiting the how they call them the different chance ability they will get. Waiting they actually they do. If the president not go talk, say I don't talk with this investor, I don't secure this. Nothing we not hear is saying that this ambassador I don't bring this project. Now this ambassador I don't engage these investors. I don't this. Instead we will see ministers there as well. They fly in and out of the country. President they fly every day. What thing they do and then they pay them a lot of money. Mahmoud, I still do it.
Yeah. Well, there was one time during Ernest Bai Koroma in government where a question say. To me, this having so many ambassadors and other things, it doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. For me, an ambassador for able bring come back investments in country, especially ambassadors where they in the developed world. Because I be questioned that. I said these people they receive huge amount of taxpayers' money, whether they use for them and their family, but they are not paying back. Because at the end of the day, they go there. They see nothing, then they bring come back. And it continues under this particular regime. So until and unless we start to hold them responsible, and we not go able to go up before as a nation. These people continue to get salaries, allowances, and other benefits based on the taxpayers' money. But what are they contributing back home? These are some of the questions that we need to be asking.
A very good question when you ask for send them back to Oswald. Oswald, what thing we diplomats and they do overseas?
Then they waste money. And they squander them. Then they work on the premise, now we own time for chop. When new government come, then when they will be they support the party where they made in opposition, then send them and them go to Israel, go chop, go make some dollars. And not only the ambassadors, them also most of the press attaches. I know under this government here, I think I know the guy within United Kingdom, Abdullah Bremer, and also the other in Riyadh. Now, the other mean the CSF. The other one they are invisible. It's a scandal. And then when you juxtapose what in the ambassador that they do, the waste with money, then the disproportionate, absolutely disproportionate frequency of the traveling, foreign travels of the president. Both this one to Monaco. Every day, also you go. But I mean, money they use, now them poor people, them money they use for go. What in your ambassador they do? We pass yourself go. And then also, even where the presidents, they go out, notice this one. I don't talk on one of my audio messages them. The media handlers them, now State House or around the Minister of Information, pass waiting the president in speech or we and go and make one speech and go. Then they put out into the media. They seem incapable of any analysis of the significance of the president in visit to a particular country. It's the bloody waste of our resources. The reality is that in the 21st century, in this day of social media, you to go, bang, or Mahmoud, to go meet any foreign person. You go sit down in front of the person, in Google your name, Mahmoud Timkagbo. Now them thing them way you don't publish, what you don't they say, what in the public they say on you, then they help form the person in perception about you. Now, if a foreign country say you to go visit or they go invite, man, all them things they put na the media about Salone, almost all them people and they're online now. Now that they make them they form perception whether they can invest in your country or not. It is not necessarily what you, the president, goes and say about your country that matters, but what other people say about you. You know, sometimes they advise government agency them. It's not what the anti-corruption say about itself that matters. Now, outside corruption been done the day or day like customs or NRA or SLRA or SLRSA. Now, what they say about ACC, they matter. Not to what you they go talk. It doesn't work that way. Only public relations they try for catalyze within the clients, within the public what and they say about them. So the president does not need to be traveling all the time to sell the country. I don't buy that logic. Very significant meetings, OAU, ECOWAS, maybe once when the king of England is being out them column where they anoint him, yes, you can go, but not everyone, man. That's our money, right? And then when they use that money for foreign travel, they don't use that money to recruit powerful people them in development communications internally. You they talk about now thing now where they take place now Tommorrow House rice project, the whole agricultural program of this BO administration over the past 5 years. I know, I've researched part of that issue. It's all done in secrecy. And then there is another part where we raise the monitoring, where Mahmoud Timkagbo raised, monitoring and evaluation from Tijan Kaba in time. Now, it's just bogus. It's just a scam. To Ernest Bai Koroma in time, there was a monitoring and evaluation section in the State House, wherein there were special experts that were supposed to monitor specific ministries. When I'm in the State House as media advisor to the former president, I talked with one of them and say, then they make all the reports them to the president, but the president in decision as to whether to maintain the minister or to dismiss them, it not depend on the report. That one is being done on the president's whims and caprices. There was one particular minister, I know calling name, right? They send this monitoring to her, ignore her. Then the person will be responsible, the chief of staff at that time, then make a ranking of the performing ministers and low performing. And then put this minister in your ministry as one of the low performing ministers. And so then this minister reply in writing. He said, I'll put on that crew. It's that nonsense where you depend. That makes me panic. It's that for next time when you call me for any meeting, and I will go there. Now you nonsense appraiser. You say you, now president appoint me, president appoint me, we're all equal. So, and then in this government, BO administration, on a member, a grievous corruption, Professor David Francis, when he came about the COI that followed after that, and then JJ Safa, and then now Moinina Senge with absolute no administrative experience, absolutely very little experience even in the Sierra Leone situation, is chief minister. I almost tempted to use the F word, American F word there. Now what did they don't do? They don't even seem to know what the chief minister is supposed to do to coordinate the ministry. I don't recommend it. They should do it in collaboration with the press, so that when you go to the Ministry of Health, you get pressmen, you get civil society, where they go look whether you they perform. And based on that, you maintain a minister or sack him. But all thing is sentimental. Who that they perform now that the bio administration that has been maintained when we know as a public, as taxpayers, as voters, that this man has been maintained because he performed. How come you go there as Minister of Agriculture? You not they produce rice, you not they produce adequate fish, you not they produce adequate potato leaf and yabas, but then you're maintained for 4 years.
Oswald, answers. Let's ask you this question. You just don't click something just now. The all-celebrated Chief Minister, David Moinina Senge, you say inexperienced for even knowing the role of the Chief Minister. But we see like everywhere, with the president, they fly everywhere, they go this and that. And why you say he not get experience? Because as far as the president is concerned, this man, now actually they lead them away for leader.
Look, I like him. If I be talk English bad one. Mm-hmm. I don't check on his CV. He's one of the greatest technologists them who don't ever produce necessarily in technological innovations. Mm-hmm. But the man now get experience in a salon. In a know what in the apple, in a stranger in a salon. If you study all the book, you get double PhD. If you not work in a government, you don't know what in the apple in a government. Mm-hmm. Then there is no evidence we say now because money not don't investigate or don't monitor the agricultural ministry, they don't sack this agricultural minister or health minister or fisheries minister. There's no evidence whatsoever. Now it's just the public relations part of it now they see. And that's one thing where the former president Ernest Bai Koroma talk publicly. I think say me talk in fact where the political parties then go meet in a state house and say, I am the servant of the people. I am not the master. I don't remind this president several times. He's not our master. He's a servant. Moinina Senga is a servant. He has to prove to us, beyond all reasonable doubt, that he's earning his keep. So far, all the chief ministers in the bio administration, they have not proven that they are in their keep. So, and that is not even good for the bio administration. It's absolutely not good for the governing SLPP. It's like shooting themselves in the feet. We cannot afford, this president cannot afford to be sentimental in how he embark on governance. If you say you're a Ministry of Fisheries and Marine Resources, there is flagrant plundering of our fisheries resources by Chinese and South Korean fishing boats. What the heck have the Ministry of Ministers of Fisheries been doing about that?
Very good question.
It's such a nasty thing. Why don't they make all this public relation? Me, go to my own hometown, Bond City, and my own home district. I take video cameraman, they want to pay with my own money. We interview the fisherman there. Video. Then talk na Minde, then talk na Shabru, then say the Chinese and they can't catch all we fish here, not in a day. I go na market, the fish are within a small so they fool you the palm of your hand. Me grew up in a bond about 60 years ago. When they get all man, they get big fish. Now fish na day. I go then at 2019. I go back now born 2023. I sent this Christmas, last year Christmas. I sent for go buy fish. There's a fish na day. First I go for go buy imported chicken where they sell na bond. Where that's island, Shabro Island. One part they face the ocean, one part they face the river. Fish na day. So I don't put that video several times na social media. If you na fisheries minister, the people that not get fish outside, then they water the outside. Now you use me American language. What do you do there? You go na market. The fish the fish price don't go up over the past 5 years by almost 200%. Now juxtapose this. One time, I think about 2016, me and Dr. Joe Samsise would argue on social media. In the talks there, we don't win agriculture minister of the year, president of the year for agriculture. Now I say, but Joe Samsise, what do you talk? You talk all this price where government they be Koroma administration don't win. You don't gonna make it, all things they go up. We'll not get more potato, we'll not get more yabas. What do you talk about? Look, believe you me, within 2 months after I don't talk about that, we want to argue on social media, the president sacked Joe Samsise. The man who have been praised as the Rice Pope, Professor Monty Jones, the most highly awarded scientist ever in Sierra Leonean history, who created the Norica rice, we win the World Food Prize for him. Then Ernest Bai Koroma make a Minister of Agriculture. That proves it. Even they listen to me, if they read what they write.
Okay, so let me all right from that point here. Let's take on into another thing. This one between the Ernest Bai Koroma again issue. He's just going to talk about, this government transition down to the last government, waiting Talek for the chief minister, the listening, leadership and all of those things. And this. So let's go quickly. Mahmoud and Oswald. Let me remind you now of something. And I did basically jump quickly into the last regime for just to remind you now, not to ask you a question. Mahmoud, you will not be a very strong critic of Ernest Bai Koroma. You try to point out the things the way Ernest Bai Koroma be do, we're not being good for the country. Oswald answers, you be the correct some things the way Ernest Bai Koroma be do, with the way the ministers them be do, they write about them and Ernest Bai Koroma not be the question you about that, they actually give free go ahead for do that. And at some point, yeah, you write a book about Ernest Bai Koroma, a book which praise Ernest Bai Koroma in leadership. I just to remind people of waiting they can ask and maybe the people waiting at the whole way they don't play in the last regime. So now let's ask you this question, in order for those any developments, but rather to the present situation. This newspaper, when the Night Watch newspaper, gets this big banner headline where they pull do. They say, will Ernest appear in court tomorrow? Not to tomorrow. One other paper where na Salon Times newspaper, Voice of Salon, yes, Voice of Salon say if the case of Ernest Bai Koroma will actually resume tomorrow. Now in this, he say, will Ernest Koroma's treason trial resume? So this is a very big question because we know say the court been get quiet say let's go to Nigeria, we go take treatment. And before that we don't understand say then we want for send our exile. So now the matter they mix, go exile or go for treatment. At the bottom line now, Ernest Bai Koroma go appear in a court. This match? Now a question where they put it on all too. I'll start with you, Mamu.
Well, it depends if the man do well, because he left here and talks, they say they go for medical treatment. That was the official reason given to us. It's a surprise to so many people. For let somebody be on treason trial and then they left say he go on medical issues internationally. Albeit he was escorted by the Foreign Affairs Minister, the Minister of Internal Affairs, and the Inspector General of the police will indict him for treason. And then go left from Nalungi for let it travel. So then, to me, it all depends. What the doctor say, what he advise him if he's now okay or fit and in a steady mind for making him turn back.
The court tell me like every week or so, then for the update the court on the progress of Ernest Bai Koroma. And we will expect say the court for that as well, they update the public on that particular issue. You don't ever hear that?
Well, that's the default in the first instance. Since he left the shores of Sierra Leone, we don't ever get update on in Sikwa. So it tells you exactly say there has been a very big butt on this entire thing. But it all depends. This is Sierra Leone for you and myself. It just depends. Some can able escape through the net of justice. while others no go able to escape. This is Sierra Leone at least. But to me, from the outset, the decision itself not stand the test of time. That is one. And we don't be even before they know before they come up, they stop for come or before they not come up with the update. I knew from the outset there will be no update. That's how we know. That's what we know. And they look at the type of people who even escort and at the where escort and at the airport. And this was the person who tell you say they don't even countenance ECOWAS the letter or the actions towards the government. And he was the one that was escorting him out of the shores of Sierra Leone. That alone don't do for let you resign. If you're not possibly get integrity. I should have resigned if I'm in that particular capacity as a foreign affairs minister of Sierra Leone. I should have set that precedent. Still, I resign. But again, he go and come back and feel comfortable and then just smile over it. It doesn't work. Life doesn't work in that manner, actually. Even if I effect for war, in that particular way.
The question when we go ask, what have been the Minister of Foreign Affairs in Yaoundé, for go escort him? Because the bottom line now, this man not only diplomatic something to go, but rather than sick and say he's sick and they go for treatment. Why for escort him?
It tells you how powerful the man is. So it tells you the man is so powerful. That's what it tells you. Nobody don't need for tell you again. Don't take. And this was the person maybe he don't tell you say they are not even countenance ECOWAS the approach towards this particular man or whatever thing where ECOWAS they project towards in government. And he talk, I think even consulting boss. Because at the end of the day, I think he was under strict instructions to go and escort him. And if not to even register an apology, except on the highest. Say what time we talk, sorry, Palago left you. It's not your fault. Now what's it again? So this is Sierra Leone for you. Sometimes
I will ask a particular question, but please let's just get the take of Oswald.
Since we make the allegations against former President Ernest Bai Koroma, they indict him, then prosecute him in a court for treason, and I say nothing, and I write nothing about that. One, because me not being former advisor, and two, because me not SLPP now, me not pro-bio. It's difficult for me to walk that fine line. And for the records, I did not write a book praising the leadership of former President Ernest Bai Koroma. I planned a 10-part serial, small booklets then, on the leadership of former President Ernest Bai Koroma. The book we write, we look as if nobody ever read that book that sell over 5,000 copies. Now, on the leadership abilities of the former president, we look like from in cradle, in primary school, secondary, university, and in stop way in insurance executive. I did not do another part. It was not to praise his leadership, but his natural leadership ability from childhood. I shy away, the president come up bond, Mr. come up bond, but also because I have very fond memories of the former president. There's no way, not for anything, will me also Hansels go come out publicly, they denounce the former president, even if obliquely, we're in deep and trouble. I will never do that. Most people, they always see me write a book on the former president. I remember the former president came into power 2007, September. Not terminal being assistant commissioner for public affairs na NRA. December, I've been on buy car. The car, me and the car dealer arranged for 16 million. I don't pay 9 million. So it been left 6 million, 7 million. So not 7 million, I could pay until after 3 months. The car dealer came at me, he broke the car glass, dragged the car and go in the car shop. Now I write the former president a letter. I said the car dealer don't violate my constitutional rights. Then kind of letter they go 4 o'clock. By 7:30, the former president telephoned me himself. And I could tell somebody for telephone me. By 8:30, now I get another telephone call. At that time, it was the director of legal affairs, Abdullah Cham, who later became Chief Justice. Then he called me. He said, also, when I saw you powerful, now Alpha County office so a day. Now you left a day before me so. And then the next day, of course, the acting Commissioner General of NRA, what's his name, Hassan Barry, then called me. He said, Oswald, now you want to put people in trouble, but you know, can't talk this thing. And the loan which I had asked the NRA for about 4 months, where they could not give it to me, within 2 hours, they approved the loan and I got my loan. Now, you have to put that into context. Between 1997, when I began for writing a newspaper regularly in this country, to 2007, I was one of the most caustic critics in the newspaper of the APC. I even coined a term, APCistic, for mean everything negative in the country, I attributed it to APC. Winston Lee Bankole Johnson, when I'm in APC, and then I'm the mayor of Freetown, when I'm a cousin on the Creole side from Gloucester, he wrote something in Patriotic Vanguard, we're based in Canada. And he also has one of the ideologues of the SLPP. Sylvia Blyden also wrote something once about that. Isn't that they advised the Tijan Kabak government. So, but then, in spite of that, when I wrote a letter to the former president, in don't come power, not doing for CAC for me now, immediately responded. There are other instances of those fond memories where I get of that man. That's a wonderful lie. Not President Bill, not Bill Gates could ever tell me, now denounce him, we're in deep and trouble. The allegations they make against him, if he's prosecuted, convicted, that's a different matter. That will be the law. But my own personal feelings for the former president, will not get me to do certain things or say certain things against him. Not for President Bill, not for the SLPP.
Even when now you consider yourself for being an SLPP?
Yes, I will not do it. It's against my sense of ethics.
Okay,
wait, just wait. Not tell you one more thing. One in the State House, name one Dr. Tom Rogers, he misdiagnosed me because for do surgery for hernia. So we're supposed to go do the surgery on a Thursday. Then on a Tuesday, I come out, I'm not to go in the office, I still don't know what's the what me became. Then the former president telephoned me. He said, he asked for talk to him again. Now I said, oh, he's sleeping. Let me go wake him up. He said, no, don't go wake him up. Just go to Pastor Antigi when I'm in last security before you go to the office. He'll give you something. So me not been go. I send me driver. The driver go in the office and see Pastor Antigi. He bring envelope come to me. The former president in red ink scroll. Oswald Ernest Sylvanus Hansels. Me not the former president in namesake. Me not the namesake to the former president in Papa. Inside the envelope, they were $100 bills. When sent for me, from now help take care of me again. I cannot come out and denounce that man. Never. Not for anything.
Okay, so I can still ask you the question. You think say it will appear in a court tomorrow?
Well, I don't say, I did shy away from that thing. I did shy away from it. Because what I know,
I get you. And I see how, even when you talk, how emotional you be. Because, like, you remember...
I am. Look, I inside to myself, even when they talk about her, I shed tears. I shed tears for him. Because I dealt with him. Look, most people don't seem for even understand that fact. What did the man contract me for write book? I begin write something but from a magazine to book sell. Then somebody say, well, make her into book. I send her to her. The man was president, for crying out loud. He could get writers of the English language from India to China, Ghana or United States or United Kingdom for write book butter. Did it need Oswald Hanses to write book butter? But he agreed. He endorsed me. Who am I? What kind of ingratitude for me when the man didn't have trouble? I will criticize the APC or critique the APC, but I will not do it to Ernest Bai Koroma. Then, thank God you give me an opportunity for talk about that. I will not do that.
Okay, let's
I
say
will
what you
not
do
be
right
so.
now. Let's say what you do to some people when they watch you right now as you talk. You make people in the cry as well.
No, but look, anybody, what surprised me is that too many people will benefit from Ernest Bai Koroma and come out and talk. I don't tell you specific instances of that mandate. Now, specific instances don't be very top, most quality, top SLPP mandate. What then sick? Then go to Ernest. Pay for them overseas trips and overseas medical fees. And I say the allegations what they make against her about corruption, the allegations what they make when I say involved by this school, that's a different matter. These are all allegations. So I will not talk about that. I'm talking about the human side of Ernest Bai Koroma as I know him to be. That human side where he has uncanny emotional discipline. If Ernest vex, you're not going to know. It'll control itself. It'll control emotions and it'll control when get power, what it talk. But even the political opposition, that helps to keep the country stable. So the important point is that maybe that's what ECOWAS and all the other people in Nigeria saw. It's better for us to keep the country stable than to trigger the country going into flames. That's my general view on that matter. We have to be very, very careful. You know, there are certain things where we seem for don't forget. Ernest Koroma, when he was president, was immensely popular. The video documentary then day, I've been there behind video camera, they see that. Where Ernest Koroma, the boss na treat, you go feel say, now I don't write that. After he don't left power. Now a blend of Justin Bieber, Michael Jackson, and Pope John Paul and Barack Obama all put together. Now so young people then they dance like say they're not drunk, not treat. Now so when Ernest the pass, they put in glass door. A day behind in convoy. They put in glass door. Now so there's a standstill where they pass na treat. People then they wave to them, then they stop. I go with them na the campaign trail to Kailan 2012. Now, so we've been there ahead. I mean, then a part of the press with Jaraka also Conte and Cisse. Where would they go? Now, we don't come in there before. Village after village. And people say, nah, next don't come. Now, Kailao. Now, so the people then they run, come on, and village with them banner, then they dance up and down. Now, Kailao, SLPP stronghold. So please, for crying out loud, all this denunciation, this man is losing sight of history. I hope the current president will move on with fighting against corruption in a very robust way. The majority in parliament will make tough laws, the SLPP majority in parliament against corruption. So we'll move out with development. But not Ernest Bai Koroma. I will never denounce him.
Okay, so Mahmoud, please, I beg that I hold you quiet for this long. I want to ask one more question to the guru for before I ever come to you, Mahmoud, please, yeah, because we actually don't hit the
Okay.
top of the hour. Guru, with all of it you don't talk so about who that Ernest Bai Koroma be, you know, and you think say we president right now, Madabio get anything for land from Ernest Bai Koroma, we for put the country together?
One thing we I hope say will learn is the president being gathered in his speech. And like in not like you in our opposition. And I want to call them. Some of them, I mean, I know their names. Some of them are very powerful people in the SFPP today. And they go drag pan them, and they give them money. So in not being closing door, I don't tell you say me not being one of the most caustic critic of the APC. He opened door for me. See Dr. Sylvia Blyden, we are next kind of power 2007. Even they put horn partners in caricature and they put horn partners. They talk say in publish them and say go talk voting with Jaws and as they were. Where they go find woman them. And Mona and as Karen go court for defamation. But yet it make him special executive assistant to the president, cabinet rank. It make him minister. So that was one thing about him. He know how for not for inflame the passions of even in enemies. They end that thought inside the opposition or they were the way they critical. People then forget say we unless when they go for name we win the election 2007 between about 2003 and 2007 there was a court case against the Ernest 3 months to the presidential election. The APC them tower and say, go represent we as presidential candidates. Them settle that matter, them go out of court, and the people that will be there behind that press court, I think editorial. I talk with editorial where I go to England in March 2012. I saw inside bedroom. And tell me why, because of Ernest in soft approach to even enemies, why they withdraw that case there. So it's not only just those who are critical of him, even within his own APC. He was able to soften his opposition, his enemies, and bring them calm. That is one thing this president has to learn. There are people who are very powerful, very intelligent, I'll call names, John Benjamin, Andrew Kiley, who were his opposition when they aspire for the SFPP candidacy, who he has pushed aside. These people are highly experienced, highly knowledgeable. If he is to learn one thing from the former president, Ernest Bai Koroma, it is that. Not to talk about, it's not enough to bring in APC member like, what's his name? Alpha Kano, because he's a master in flattery, master in sycophancy. The president should go out and search for those APC who then get power on the ground, who then talk. Then while they reverberate, what then people that know say this one represents we, not just sycophants like Alpha Khan. I'm sorry, he's a great master of talker. He's working with a man called Virtuoso in Sabi talk. But does he have popular support in his native Potloka? No, the election results of 2003 does not show that. Is he widely respected among the APC? No. So, with my born brother, SLPP now, thank God for this opportunity. This is not open advice. And for bring the country together. The country is too polarized, so too divided. And make allowances for some of the known APC for not only get jobs in the public sector, But forget contracts. They say lift their hand by this government. But if you put them sycophants them from the northern province and they represent the north, wanna lie, you fool yourself. If you go, you block the APC partisans them from all the significant contracts. No, they know they are go one by you. They are going to pull you there by all means. And this is what is underneath the intense polarization. What to me, and I like all the one else do to me personally. And I like what he do to me brother when I've been deputy minister, we marginalize them. But at least we marginalize me twin brother. They give audience. They talk with them. At least, in spite of the fact that they criticize Shaka Stevens, first president under the APC, Momo on second president under the APC. In fact of the matter, say I criticized Miata Kagwa as health minister. I wrote 4 articles against Paulo Bangura, where in a health minister. We in one drive the Okada writers, them 4 articles now write the blast. And I sack me. It will lie and not sack me even while they critique himself in party and government ministers. There's no parallel in the BO government at State House. All man just did, Madabio, sycophancy is dangerous. And that's what he's doing. It's not good for him. That's why all of this intense agitation to go around. After Shaka Stephen, Binon Kwas, the SIPP, he had enough sense to bring them in. Samabania, MS Mustafa, what's his name, JB Dauda, they all come into government. You don't keep on antagonizing the political opposition. We'll get the support of the majority of the people on one side of the country, and then you set up a sterile, empty, peace and cohesive commission. That's a sham.
All right.
So now me on public advice to this.
Thank you. I hope you didn't listen. Mahmoud, I saw you again. Well, that will take this long. I mean, actually, they listen to several things from Oswald where we cannot be able to stop them at all. But you listen to Oswald, yeah, and you can always say, you as well be the watch Ernest Bai Koroma, fine one. And they bring out some of the things that you think they do or whether they do, we're not being good. But listening to Oswald, what thing that you take?
Very good, and human beings then get some different experience when they gain from their different stages. Whatever the situation was with Ernest Bai Koroma, a human-to-human relationship was very positive with the majority of the people, even the opposition, or within in party. And that is why even when he exits power or he exits governance, it is still the relationship is still warm with the people. That's so true. Nobody no go take that away from her. He keep a human relationship. He was the type of president, like if he not see you for long, just that feel good effect, he go pick up your phone and call you and then ask, you quiet to what's happening? What's in this? What's in the go? That was how he was. So yeah, like when
you mean
they criticize
that you criticize them and then you go quiet and they ask you why?
Now that's at the time for talk. When you are so quiet, you do not. Of course, they use them as provocation. They will call you and then he tells you, you look quiet. What's happening? Then you laugh. When you say party, like that feel good effect. He was a master. He knows how to manufacture it. When he say you not see you on television, you not see you right, you don't see them call. The word when then articulate, I know they see them word. Like just all things about you don't know from your part. Not to like say pass money. But he also has respect for you where they stand tall for what you believe. And I think that was the respect I could command at your side. Not until when few people, just like we answers the talk about sycophants and leakers, get way for manipulate issues and then tell them things they look good with them, and we get small differences. But that was that. Even when that passed, I was called, we sit down, we talk. Then we are reasoning. When it matters most, he go call you, say Tim come. So thing, how you see him. Just like the demonstration at Wellington when we go kill that youth, like I was even sleeping. Because I be reading all night. Now he wake me up. He said, you know what happened in the areas, you know, sir, I'm not sabi. I said, they kill posse, and I said, you are on a good day. So like we go there just for quieten the situation, and we were there, talk to the youth and all. Yes,
and
yes.
then
That
pick phone
will
and
be
call
the
you
ball.
went not to government posse, you went at critics and say, please go
Yeah.
here and go check.
Yeah. They say when I go there, they say you are joining the company alone. By then I was with the National Youth Coalition also. You know, so like we partner, and then me reach yourself before the Al Sanko and others they come. So we reach here and talk to them about it. Then we'll be able to persuade. And then Musa call, Musa Tawali, of course, himself call, say, Musa you there? So I tell us, me don't reach and he got already. Say fine. He say, well, hold it down. So like, not to be with what they call, not to violence or nothing. That was his own qualities. Not that when we talk about. I think the mistake of Ernest Bai Koroma was the level of corruption where the exhibit himself during in government. But when he talk in terms of the human-to-human relationship, this and we also get what they refer to as some inferiority complex over certain people. Some people within the government where they feel say this, they will serve them well, but they allow, you know, you get this bad type of people making come and then can give you negative things. And if you're not that strong, God will not guide you, you get for take some of your words. Because when they come ordinarily. They come and then make themselves as if, you know, what they tell you is in your own best interest. And sometimes he's human as well. He acts on that. But for me, the major concern by then, just like the major concern now, is about the corruption. Because when corruption they thrive in a country, the majority suffer. So that's the main problem.
Okay.
But like his human relationship, you know, they compare with that of Badabi. No, it's not possible.
And
like we know one day.
The kind of face where Ernest Bai Koroma be get, a question that they ask, because of the human torture they get, they make the country there together or what?
Yeah, that was one reason I recall. Like I was in a Paramount Chief meeting when Madabio came this where it don't take over. So I was in Kenima. There was a SLPP program. It was an SLPP program actually. So me go there for go cover. At first I sent reporters and say no pass me go. So I was there. So like the chief there then called me. And they would say, oh, Udeba. So what about the chief then? I'm not going to call his name now. I just say, these are the chief in the southeast. I just say, me, I make anything we possible talk. I don't think I'm going to be honest. He said, if you be honest in time to, oh, Kaya, what you realize is plenty. And he took his phone, in the midst of all the other Paramount chief, they get the permission for call Ernest because they're the So he took his phone and then he called Ernest. Then Ernest replied, he said, hey, pa, he said, you know, say, I know they now power now. He said, what? I said, pa, who don't know, no Sabiamu, according to the chief. He said, pa, I was there. Maybe if Ernest they listen, he will recall this. He not be no say me did it. So within that period, I said, okay, I go send some people now. Within 30 minutes or so, they don't count the money. They give the power, they all allow that the room. Say, when this will they talk, now this will they talk. So that was Ernest Bai Koroma. And I think he maintained that well. But above all, for me, my own issue with it was about the massive corruption during this regime. Contracts were signed, you know, not in the interest of the country, and people go come, they can't dupe up. But again, this is not just about Ernest. Ernest was duped in so many areas because of these expatriates, where international expatriates, where he believed, now so this thing they happen. And they always like in talk about. These IMF and World Bank people, when they come, they claim to be experts, and they gave them this advice. When they effect the advice know they yield the fruitful dividend way for year. Instead, it will be counterproductive to the nation. So, and you know, they are under serious pressure, some of these presidents, to put or effect some of these advices. And that is why I be the tell them, just like way I continue for tell Madabi. Say you cannot be a friend of the West and think you can realize your social contract mandate with your people. Because for the West, you are supposed to exploit your people and benefit them. So these are the differences. And even Ernest, if you ask Ernest now, it will tell you that some of the mistakes, some of the contract the way it is signed, or some of the things the way it is signed. Now, if you don't tell him for that, sign and back, you will say another one. Because you don't realize the mistake. Now, he's human, just like we all. You know, sometimes we criticize people, but if we are in their position and then turn the mirror to our own side, or let other people assess, we can equally make mistake worse than them. But it is also good to hold them accountable based on their state, their obligation to the state. That is what we keep on saying. Not to say like it was that extremely bad. No. But because of these so-called neo-colonialist, people, where they pile pressure on them, so sometimes they are left with no option but to satisfy them. And this issue of democracy also is another thing. Before you remember, they will begin threatening you with regime change. And because of one or two human rights violations what they will make, the next thing they will begin telling them, and they know some of them have whether willingly or unwillingly joined corruption, they will begin telling them, say, we will take you to the Hague. And corruption is a human rights violation. So when they begin telling those things, and they want to be free people, when they come on a power, they want let us self work and participate globally. So they begin panic. That is why you see most governments in Africa, they go wrong. This is the situation. And until and unless we get people the way they put their foot on and get a set of team, when they make an establishment, they will let this establishment understand what the leader is directing them to or is driving them to. If we don't get that situation, we are not going to be free nations or independent nations. Forget about these neatly organized projects when they write to, say, feed salon, this, that. Behind every well-written project for us, whether it is feed salon or feed salon or whatnot, there is a huge thievery behind any neatly written project. Let nobody not tell you that.
So
don't tell you that like
from waiting you to talk, Mahmoud, I did notice something. This could be the last question I will ask you. I did notice something. Yeah. I find out, say, for example, presidents then from the United States of America, they give support to the nation. They still they consult them on some issues. Them outside them we don't do good thing. Outside them we don't make mistake. For let them all sit down. Past presidents them we see them they take photos and they did together. But in Africa, past presidents them they always get issue like within the apparatus between Madabio and Ernest Bai Koroma. Whether Madabio want for do what they do, whether Ernest Bai Koroma glad or not, then make sure say something they so they're not able to connect the dots. Then they're not able to pass down to this particular one and say, now this I do I make mistake. Now this you for do. Now this when I work together as a team, we find out say it's either the past president he end up for sick after come on power 660 die, or they get confusion like what we see so they're not able to connect the dots, and we're not able to correct the mistakes them where they don't make for better the lives of the people them. Now that's exactly like this. I don't know if it's different from what you describe for portrait.
It is not different. That is the situation. It is deliberately organized by the neo-colonialists for let them make sure say experience once got go share them with your partner in that peaceful manner. All this tension they are behind it. Let nobody know even tell you.
So if you don't talk to Ernest Bai Koroma, something the way we don't sign. If they put on to our time, you say no, I'm not a signer. But Madabio not aware of that.
Yeah.
Way. And now in the do sometimes the worst than what Ernest Bai Koroma they do right now. When they make the country they just go bad to worse like every other day.
It's
but if
not an issue of Sontem. It's not an issue of Sontem. It is worse than what the economy is not stupid. If you are doing something that is in favor of the economy, it speaks. People they feel the difference. We just like what in the Madabio tell we. President Bio tell we say when the economy is good, we feel in our pockets there. And when it is bad, we pocket it also the filler. So not an issue of Sontem. That's why we say economic is a behavioral science. Economics, it show you when something, if you action when you take, it in the interest of your own country, you don't know. If you're not in the interest of your country, then you don't know. So it's not an issue of Sontem. Don't even come with that submission. Let it be clear that most of the decisions taken by this government are worse than decisions taken by the previous government. So then let them be able to understand this clearly. The economy they continue to deteriorate because of the negative or very poor actions where they take. So we have to be very clear. One thing where God gives small opportunity, when we are talking, Lord, we know they look out for caveat. If it is blue, let us say it. If it is green, let us say it. But once we start from the caveat, then we are behaving just like the politicians. So that's the plain truth. The issue is if President Bio in economic decisions were wise, we don't feel that. But because they are not wise enough for salvage or redeem the country from what he promised in his social contract mandate, that is why we continue to see the economy in a very deplorable state. And that is why you see the majority, they suffer. Look at the Human Development Index. From Hussein in Eritam to now, is there any improvement? No. You ask Posina Igote, say yesterday was far better than today. So it is very clear, say, EU economic policies are not in the interest of the nation. Instead of know that, why you need for even go and fly here and go launder the image of a country? You don't need that. You don't need that. And if you don't fly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times and then your economy is still laid down, we're not able to know now, say, that common sense no go broke, say, you are getting it wrong. I need to change my strategy. Maybe sit back, try for study, who say I get them wrong, compare notes with the previous man, and then sit down in the interest of the country, get advices, and then see how you go move forward. It should know that. It's not about just, flashing out grammar, telling us about launching project here and there. Go back and do the soul shutting. I've launched project A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What is the impact? Did they realize their goal, or are they realizing their goals? So all these things you should know. That is why you forget people them on the ground where they give them feedback or situational reports of each and every project launch. Because for each and every project, there are aims and objectives. So if you are failing the aims and objectives, then there must be people who go all responsible. But they are not doing it. And of course, you also get the parliament. Parliament, will act as an oversight committee, is also not doing its own job. So all these things put together, there is a government by the name, but they are not governing. You see, instead of governing us, they are bleeding us. You see, and the way we for try for avoid that, this politics of crying and we feel the pain, then we smile because I'm red or I'm green, and they smile. But above all, I'm feeling it. And if I'm feeling the impact negatively, I need to cry loud so that those in authority, those charged with the responsibility of the state, know that they are not doing it right. What is the essence of having a parliament? If the executive arm, they go wrong, you serve as a checkmate. Provide solutions. Check them. Tell them that X, Y, Z is not going well. That is why you have their oversight committees. But it's all these things, they are not working. What will they see if in a commission, they all forget, you see both parties come together, both the APC and the SLPP. If in a side way they're in the interest of the country, you don't see them. So this is defending the country in the right manner. No. Then go wait till say when politics time down here, when they say time for go vote, that is why you go see the APC begin flesh out things there. Say we are in the interest of the people. And that was the same way the SLPP serves the APC. Then be the document, all the things that will be the go on. When it comes towards election, then they all come on and do. The parents, the Dixons, and others begin go television, radios, and then begin outline this wrong. And it is wrong. Meaning, they are receiving salaries for jobs that they are not doing. They wait for ambush, you are waiting apart. It is wrong. If you are serving, make sure you serve diligently, serve in the interest of the state, because that's the oath that you took. But they are not doing that. What they do is how APC for ambush SLPP, or how SLPP for ambush APC for just win the people and vote. Once they win the vote, pass another election back. Before they begin sitting and begin stand, make like say that they protect the people. And they are playing on the majority who are illiterate. This is the situation. And even the literate, the one that will be say, they read and write or go school. Some of them, they read, but they cannot comprehend. So all these things, the politicians are playing with them. That is why you see, say, they're not going to like the time. Because like we say it as it is, and then we flesh out the details and we provide solution. And we are doing it not out of malice or out of God. It's because we get the guarantee inside we or the belief say, if a country is sweet or is good, it is good for all, irrespective of your tribe, political party affiliation, or region where you come out. You see, so this is the situation. But for say they are doing things in the interest of the state, no. Sometimes you even ask, why do we need to have a parliament? Because everything where the executive arm push, from when you get me own sense, what they call, from Ernest Bai Koroma in time. Everything with the executive and push na bingo. You will not have a credible members of parliament who will stand up, debate and based on reason and provide solution or alternative. If the president is doing it wrong, then they say, no, Mr. President, this is not out of malice, but as a result of the interest of the nation, we prefer this. We are submitting that you do X, Y, Z. It is not happening. All what's in the eye, they open van at the money. Well, I've been in that parliament, I've seen where contracts they went off for pass, went off for beat the test of time. When they carry with money, if you see money, before you remember the last contract, but then we don't say it is very bad for the nation. The both parties. So it is not about the political party. It is about the individual or stakeholders in this political party. That is why like, people like say, we don't tell we're in two parties there. No, that's not the solution. Political parties are meant to serve their people and their country. That is why they are formed. So if the people and they deviate, we hold them by their obligation. And it is deliberate. They are deviating to enrich themselves. They are deviating to satisfy their personal greed at the expense of the country and the suffering majority. So we need to hold them. It's not an issue of saying, oh no, APC, or no, SLP. No. But what they don't do is dividing the country based on regions, on political party grounds, so that they will continue to fool the people. And it doesn't add up. That doesn't add up. And it will never add up. The issue is we have people where we put before, we don't get the interest of the people of the country and the interest of the people. All that they do is Africa hustle, bra. Now hustle and the hustle are way there. Then nobody no tell you that. Right. Now hustling, serious hustling in the part. That is why even the civil service. And it better we start to call them civil masters, because they are not servants. You look at the civil servants and the way they behave, they are just civil masters. They are not servants. Because they have the copy from what's in the sea, they are supposed to be professional. But because the political environment is not sanitized well for making them able to operate based on the civil service code of conduct, that is why they get a free ride. No one is holding them. All this talk about anti-corruption, ranking themselves. That's why, like, I don't give credence to some of those rankings. Because, like, I know some of those things, like, I just try to know who that is founder.
It look like say this.
Who that financer? Who is funding the project? So I don't give credence to some of those rankings. I just laugh where I can see that. Where some bango come out to begin, hey, anti-corruption, we don't care how this tattoo. I'm feeling it. I'm right inside the country. I know where corruption is, where corruption split, and where it's tight. Where it is breathing.
Oswald answers. It looks like somebody really they on top of a game on a charge, but unfortunately we don't go way more how we supposed to stay in the program. But please, I'm not done with tonight.
BSc, MSc, PhD, they're so big fool. They wonder where I'm at this country so big fool.
You know, let's say the big fool don't boku, you know, like when I don't already say, you know, then just to think of themselves. In 2 minutes, Oswald, in 2 minutes, waiting will be final take in the program in just 2 minutes. You mic mute. Okay. Yes, you don't. The mic don't come now. The camera don't go off.
Yeah. Okay. But I think you hear me.
Yeah,
now
yes.
I don't begin a campaign where I also go gain momentum for making them educate the people them at all levels, not just intellectuals, about the fact say corruption, especially big corruption. Now, like you commit suicide. You commit suicide for yourself, you commit them for you picking them. Then also corruption, a ticking time bomb. It could take maybe 10 years, 15 years, but the country will explode if we continue like this. When Kalfala don't do well compared to his predecessors, he don't move the ranking from 41% to about 79, 81%. But dramatically more needs to be done. And part of the problem is that the law against those convicted of corruption is laughable. It must be changed from 5 years in mandatory optional imprisonment to 30 years mandatory imprisonment, especially where they convict you, within them the money where you thief, equivalent to about 1,000 teachers then pay per month. So I hope say the people them APC, SFPP, all man would join on this campaign, because what do you mean no? When they talk about the neo-colonialism, the fact is that whether now the Atlantic slave trade or colonialism or neo-colonialism after the Second World War, they only succeed because they get local collaborators. Then we own local people then within Sierra Leone and Africa would support them. All the mismanagement, the corruption by successive governments from Shaka Stephen in time, it only they go on because the elites, them, the political sphere, the bureaucratic, the civil masters, not civil servants, then they support them. But also in the case of this pseudo-democracy where we get, who say APC, SAPP, auto-democracy, the reality, I don't write about that, I'm talking now, tribal war would affect. The Mende-speaking people then feel to say then they fight tribal war against the Timni-speaking people. The Timni-speaking people then feel to say that they fight tribal war against the Mende-speaking people. The APC and SLPP are a disguise for that. Very dangerous. And we must educate the people that say, ought to the Timni man, so to Mende Mai the Feto. You educate the Mende man, ought to Timni Mai the Feto. Now you self your Pekin, now you the Fet, now you the kill. Slow one. So we need to massively educate the populace about that. And so the people are not fooled, they are not imbeciles, they're not dumb. If you educate them, they will know. But we need the resources for video, for face-to-face communication, for tell the people themselves, stop this thing. Now you say something to do. And what's they down the road? Worse is down the road if we continue like that. Climate change will make the whole socio-economic environment go nastier.
Thank you.
So we got to stop. We got to come together as a nation.
Thank you very much, Oswald Ansels. Mahmoud, 2 minutes.
That a nice way for the Papa end up is with climate change. That's a nice one. That will be a topic for another. I always disagree quietly when you measure climate change. Now, basically, I think the country need a leader. The issue of getting the people divided and all these things, they happen because there is no leader. And if there is no leader, we only get a ruler. A leader, there is a difference between a leader and a ruler. A leader, they able to drive the people towards his own vision. Drive the country and the people towards his own vision. Persuade them by using the rules or the laws of the land for reach that particular vision. A ruler, they find words them, persuade the people them, say when you vote for me, now this and it. Behind it, he gets his own hidden agenda. We have to satisfy his own personal greed at the expense of the people. And this is what we continue to get as a contraption. Because Sierra Leone, I keep on saying, will not qualify for being a country. So I continue to say this. This is what we continue to get in a contraption. We have system and processes not the work. So this is the situation. Once we get a leader, this fear of taking the country to a tribal war, we need to see her. Because we all know we are the same people. You know, we are in this place because of the willing of the Almighty. The input we are. Be you a Limba, a Timne, a Mende, Kizi, or that's not important. What's important is how we go contribute for move the country forward in a number of positive ways. That is the most important thing. While we do all we step together. And in achieving that goal, we need a leader. Because a leader will make sure, one, he respects your human rights, he respects the next people they own, he respects the laws of the land, and then he respects the other people they own and make sure, say, he lead them in a way where the country will move forward. Just as you have in the West. The West, they are not looking for rulers. They don't need them. Because they know there are people where if they say when they charge their social position of trust, they will want to satisfy their personal greed. That is why you see when they say, now this post you want for, head this particular party, let's say for instance, the Labour, people will go back and dig his own history. his or her own history. Because that's the only way you go able or not. You cannot be that best, but you were able to get some things negative about this person and then say, no, we are not going to entrust you. But in this country, we admire people who are state looters, who are thief money, and then we admire. People with integrity, people with principles, what will they do? They fight them, we bring them down. That is what we continue to do in this nation. And what did the corrupt then they do? They make sure that they don't network the country with corruption cable. So any outside you go now, they just put the switch on. There is corruption. So this is what we continue to do. That is why decent people continue to find it very difficult to survive in this country. Because when they see you now, even the way you know, even learn decency, you are a target to them. So this is the situation. We need a leader. And in getting that leader, we go for one no, without the person he come out, in terms of region or in tribe, we don't want to know. All we want to know is to get this person to salvage the situation in the country.
All right.
And for me, I was a boy by then, but I think Jan Kabata in his own way. He said, "La mortal man, he gets his own mistake, but he tried in his own way." So these are the type of people where we need. If we get those type of people, we don't want to know he tried safe. I don't want to know who tried them born. What's the other born? I don't want to know who tried whether he come on at the south, east, north, or western area. That is not my business. Once he gets leadership quality, that is the most important thing. Then he get the fear of God. Now we go. I am ready to give my own support. But I will continue to question as long as it is necessary. Okay. Each time we get a state looter in the helm of the country or of the state affairs, I'll continue to question that.
Thank you.
I will do it in the best interest of the nation.
Thank you very much, Mahmoud Tim Kagbo and Oswald Ansels the Guru. Thank you, I appreciate your time. Interesting, eh? We the clock nearly 2 hours now for most of you, and we're supposed to do 1 hour. Why don't I steal the show this way? I'm not asking a question because we'll take another 1 hour again. Anyway, I look forward to get another fruitful discussion tonight again in another edition. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a very good day.
Yeah, thank you.
And the producer for this program, thank you very much for we put together this kind of progress for we inside the program this morning. Thanks to you, we don't like, you, we don't share, you, we don't subscribe to the platform. Well, until then, we'll get for meet again. It's another beautiful edition of a program where we call Progress. I want for still left on the song with title Big Fool, So Big Fool.
And then same one they spoil this country, so big fool. Big English, big jargon, so big fool. See them in a parliament, so big fool. See them in a local, so big fool. See them full up now in state house, so big fool. See them chairman, director, so big fool. Party supporters, so big fool. We party supporters, so big fool. We safe way they so far, so big fool. They say now they want them, they want this and they want yeah. Now this with the pan, so draw. Politics don't mess with progress as a people. Politics don't put wedge together to the things we hold us together. Hey salute, see how we done deeply divided along politics and party line. So pull the tribal lens come out, put the regional lens come out, pull party lens come out, and when national lens so follow you see waiting at the talk. So big fool, not so big fool, and so big fool. This nation no longer act together as one. We common interest don't turn cabal and cronies of corruption. Every day we holler corruption. We then catch the poor teachers, they put them in a cutting fee. We then catch that poor boy, then put on a for them